A new school banner is just around the corner, and I'm finally back to bring you all the info that you need to decide if you want to pull or not. I'm Katsuma Gaming, let's get right into this. First up, I'm back from a rather longer break. I actually did one live stream so far, with some cool summons, I would say. I definitely recommend check it out later, or wait for the YouTube videos. They should come this week as well. Sorry for the delay here. I have tons of projects planned. I also talk about it in the video, so yeah, there you get the info for what's coming. But first, let's talk about the upcoming event and the banner. So, by the way, this is an image from the JP version with our fan translation, so this is not accurate. Ignore the date here. It's just I wanted a full screen picture here, okay? Because sadly stuff don't drop them in their Discord. But yeah, the real name is Raid Event Giant Bat Attack Fantastic Youth. So as you can pretty much expect, it's a new school event, and as you also can see, we get a welfare school dust, which is pretty cool because he was one of the units that I didn't get back then in JP. And just getting his live 3D model, his outfit for kind of free since he's now welfare. Of course, not in battle, but you know, I was pretty happy about that. So that was pretty cool. But let's talk about a bit thing, the two upcoming banners. For that, we take a look at my beautiful dog that also gets an update this or next week. So don't worry, I'll update stuff, including a new tier list. But again, I wasn't at home for a long time, so give me a little bit of time to do that, okay? First new unit that we get is School Rin. As you can see in the picture, she's light attribute, and her passive trait is magical attack bonus 6%, typical. And as you can also see with that beautiful pink, purple, whatever, square, is that these are limited units. The same as School Union back then, these are limited units. And will probably not rerun for a long time, aka roughly a year into the next school banner or so, I don't know. But we probably also get some kind of paid banners in between to get them. Let's talk about a kit. First up, normal basic, nothing special here, but the second skill, or first skill, however I call it, is pretty interesting because it's a random hit magic attack. I'm not 100% sure if we have that many random hits. The only thing that comes to my mind is Lisa. So just a quick explanation again what it is. This just means that she attacks 2 times, where she both times deals 168% damage at max level, of course. And the random part means that it's not guaranteed that it will hit the same target. So if you, for example, use it in a wave with 4 enemies and you don't kill with your first shot, the second shot can hit all 4 enemies again. So can hit the same target, you can hit any of the other targets. Where it's just one target, it's whatever, but you know, for wave clean stuff like that, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, that's already a pretty strong skill. And then the second skill is a party tier 2 agility buff for Light, which is really amazing because that's something that Light is not really lacking since we have Fast Darkness, but Fast Darkness will fall out sooner or later, aka banner after this upcoming banner, second anni, and that actually gives Rin some room to perform here. She will be really good in pure mage teams, together with the audience we're talking about, and the upcoming Fast Union, again, next banner. And yeah, she's actually pretty good and deals pretty solid damage. The one thing I want to say here is that with this banner, we are back to the normal timeline. So I think like 2 banners, or the banner before that was already normal timeline, but we did take a jump back in time for Halloween, and with that we also got the old arenas back, where the off elemental resistance was not there, but now it's here. So for example, Rin's ulti 1 and 2 will deal less damage because the boss will resist it, so her ulti won't do much damage. And preferably, for example, if you run her actually with Fast Union, you don't use her ulti at all, because just doing basics is more damage here. So keep that in mind for if you play with her. Second unit is there, Cielo, and there she is, also S tier on the JP side again. This is not a global tier list ranking. I will make that in the future, stay tuned for that. But for now, just take the JP rankings, I think. Again, 6% magic attack, passive trait, normal basic. first skill is party heal in fixed intervals. So as you can see, it's 5 seconds, so it will do 2 health ticks. By the way, if you don't know how the interval thing works, this is also something that you can find in the doc, an explanation what all the kind of buffs do, including the heal buffs, what heal over time does, when it does trigger and stuff like that, how it interacts with Jamuska, so, you know, check it out, I guess. But yeah, this is 2 ticks of heals with an HP condition, and then the second skill, the big one, I would say, is the tier 1 party light damage buff. The problem here is that, first up, her damage is not that high, because she's more of a healer, supporter, than being a main damage dealer. Second of all, the skill has a 12-second cooldown, 12-second duration buff with a 21-second cooldown. So to keep the buff up all the time, you would need 9 seconds of cooldown reduction, so probably 2 kind of. And if you run her with Rin, for example, who doesn't have a CDR, you don't have this buff up the whole time, which is kind of sad, but all in all, she's still a good unit, don't get me wrong. She won't see much use, to be fully honest with you. I think there was like 2 major arenas, aka the one where she drops and like one later down the line where we actually used her, or maybe it's 3, I don't know, but like she sadly doesn't see that much use. So from the 2, I would personally recommend Rin more, because speed boost units are always really good, really welcome. But to be completely honest, the banner after this is 2nd anniversary, which makes it kind of hard to recommend summoning on this banner, because next banner, aka second anni banner, is also 2 light units, and they kind of clash with each other, if you know what I mean. Again, Union works with them, but then again, Fast Iris is also really, really strong, and probably sees way more use than these units. So all in all, they are good units, but it's hard. So I'm just taking the safe route here. If you are below 75k quartz, skip this banner. I know this sounds bad, I know this could be heard, but Fast Union and Fast Iris and that as well are just too good to pass up. Also, if you're lacking older fast units like Fast Aqua, for example, you can also get them there. So, or Fast Chris, for example, you know, it's such a good banner. I cannot recommend summoning on Fast banner. So, since this banner is before Fast, it's probably a skip. Of course, if you are a whale or waifu collector, whatever, or a completionist, just pull on a banner. You don't need my opinion here, I know it. But for all you free-to-plays out there, if you are below 75k quartz, just save. Otherwise, maybe do 2-3 multis or so, try to get Rin. Don't go too deep, it's not worth it, but like, if you get Rin or Cielo in like 1-2-3 multis, I think that's a good pull, okay? I think that would be fine. So yeah, this sums it up. I hope this helps you out with your decision on summoning. If you have any other questions, leave them down in the comments below. I try to answer them. Tier list perspective, out of my head, I think Rin would probably be S+, something like that, and Cielo probably just an S. I think that seems pretty fine, but I would put Rin a little bit higher than Cielo. But again, I will make a full updated tier list before 2nd anni comes, with all the 2nd anni units included as well. Stay tuned for that. Remember to smash the like button, follow for more, maybe become a member as well to support what I do, and help me keep up the guides and all the documents up to date. Have a nice day, good luck with your summons if you pull, and see you all in the next one. Bye bye!